Who wants adult acne and a shrunken penis? Not me.
If you're hearing our voices, that means it's time for It's This Meets That, the podcast where we watch the worst movies from trailer to end credits, scene by scene, so you don't have to, but maybe you should. I'm Russ.
I'm Jared.
That's good.
Valid concern.
Yeah, that's a completely valid concern.
Yeah, that's also why I don't do steroids. So
did a trailer trash last week for the Hottie and the Nottie from 2008.
It's like fairly universally regarded as one of the worst movies ever made.
Yeah, there's a lot of Razzies out there for it. A lot of nominations. I think it won all 4 that it was nominated for. So
yep,
should give you an idea of where we're headed. So
I think I told Brady on Tuesday. Shout out to Brady. That we were doing this, and he's like, "No," he's like, "You're kidding." I was like, yeah. I was like, that's the name of the podcast. It's why these are the movies that make me reconsider what we're doing, but also, reaffirms my love for what we do.
Yeah. It's the reason why I put pants on every morning.
I don't. If I did, this would be why.
So this is going to be the beginning of our 2-part breakdown, right? Come on.
Yes.
We're 1,000 episodes in now, 100 million episodes in. So
something like that. We stopped pretending that, I think, like 50 episodes ago.
Okay. So I should stop just even referencing that and just move on with life. Okay.
Give up.
Just accept it.
This is the way.
All right. So quick recap, logline of this movie in case no one watched the trailer trash, which
shame on you.
Yeah. Don't make us repeat ourselves.
All right. So I'll tell you what it's about. It came out in 2008. So keep that in mind. It's got that kind of vibe. A woman agrees to go on a date with a man only if he finds a suitor for her unattractive best friend.
Yeah. This shouldn't be a problem at all.
Yep. Nope. I don't see any problems with this.
I see 0 problems with this.
And it's very specific, which I like in a movie.
Yeah.
Woman on a date with a man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oddly, it's more specific of a logline than we've probably in our last 3 or 4 movies, though.
That's true.
So, okay. All right, cool. So I don't remember what we expected from the trailer trash. I always forget.
I think we feared for the worst. I think we expected this to be real bad because of all the things that I just mentioned. Of like, we knew going into this is supposed to be one of the worst movies we've ever made.
Yeah.
It's Paris Hilton is one of the stars. Famously great actor, Paris Hilton.
Yes. Yeah.
Who I would love to have on the pod. So fuck you, Paris Hilton. If you want
absolutely.
To why not? Let's attach ourselves to that brand.
Yeah, right. I think we had also said, I remember clearly saying this is actually a positive for the movie. I have a positive off the bat. We had originally said, I think in the trailer trash, that this movie's an hour and 31 minutes runtime. And I think we were like, this movie's probably going to feel like it's like 4 hours long because we've run into that, right? Where you hit these movies are like hour and a half, hour 45, but they're so bad and they just drag and they feel like they're like 4 hours long.
Yeah.
This movie felt like an hour and a half.
It was kind of a breeze. I'm not gonna lie.
I am gonna give it, credit where credit's due. It kind of just cruised right by. I think I paused only twice.
Same. Yeah. And it was like to, go to the bathroom or something.
Yeah, I think it's also a sign that there's not a lot of meat, not a lot of meat to it. So didn't need to pause. It was just kind of like, I'm just gonna let it run and I can just.
It was like a stream of consciousness movie. like somebody just wrote this in an afternoon. You can tell. Then this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens. I found myself writing that a lot in my notes of like, and then this happens, and then this happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I think better than I expected in terms of like, I could totally sit there and watch that for an hour and a half and be like, well,
that happened.
I had an experience. Now I have something I can talk about with my pal Russ on a podcast.
I was thinking the same thing.
Sometimes I don't feel that way. Sometimes I'm not so grateful.
Sometimes I'm dreading to have to like talk about it and kind of it's like opening old wounds and having to go through, the abuse of the visual abuse. Yeah.
There were definitely a couple of laugh out loud moments that I had that were not necessarily with the movie, but at the movie.
Mm-hmm. There was a couple where I was like,
oh, I got a couple of,
oh, really? Oh, that's okay. Yeah. That's impressive. All right.
Yeah. Okay. I'll try and point them out when I get there.
I can't wait. Hopefully you just laugh like that when it happens.
Yeah, probably will. I don't know. Like, this movie was, I don't know. But what's his face? The guy, Joel David Moore there. As much as I want to hate him, he's probably cool enough in person.
Yeah. it was a little over it. Like, it was getting annoying. His like character was getting annoying of the awkward stumbling through guy thing, tropey, whatever, character that's out there, that these movies usually fall into. It's like the she's out of my league, same type of character.
I was just about to say he's like a less good looking
Jay Baruchel.
Yeah, like an even less good looking Jay Baruchel.
Yeah. And like having him like stumble through like every, like I was like, okay, this is a lot, but he was definitely, I can't remember about to say this, but holding it together in terms of a movie.
Yeah. And I think he got better as the movie went on. Like as the character became more sure of himself.
Yeah, I mean, he's still a monster and he's still a stalking, crazy person, but
no, but he's the hero. So
it's true. He is the hero, and
it works out for him.
It works out for him, as as it always should, Yeah.
Although, like, so 10 minutes into this movie, I looked at Thais and I was like, I'm so angry. This movie is actually one of the worst movies we've ever seen.
Yes.
I would rather watch Get the Girl 10 times over.
Wow. Yeah, that's a bad movie. That movie felt like 4 hours long.
Yeah, but that one was funny laughing at it also. And so I don't know. Yeah. By the end of it, I don't know. I think I put it on par with Get the Girl in terms of let me throw it out there. I might watch both of those movies again someday.
Jesus.
Like, it's the kind of movie that I would go, we have other friends that like bad movies. Right. Mm-hmm. And I would totally go to Brady, the crew from back in college who enjoyed, throwing on a $1 Walmart special
shitty movie and just being like, hey, let's get drunk and watch this.
Yeah. I would do that with Get the Girl and probably this movie again, because they were funny enough that I was like, okay, I would laugh.
I'm putting them into my past, although I will have to relive them again when I go to edit this, which is sometimes a nightmare. So really, I've watched this movie 3 times, seen it visually. Oof. Talked about it with you, and then I have to re-listen to it when I go to edit. So
by the time it gets to the listeners, you've already heard it.
I'm done with these movies. I'm ready to move on with life.
That's fair, I guess.
So, okay. Well, that's what we're doing.
Yeah. Sometimes I listen to us for fun. Is that a weird thing to admit on the podcast?
No. I mean,
I don't know. Listen to that episode that I laughed at.
Let's get into this thing. So quick info.
Me. Yeah.
This is directed by Tom Putnam.
Okay. Who's that?
I'm glad you asked. I'm going to potentially tell you.
I hope you do.
He is not done. He's done a handful of things, but
not famous.
No. He's done a bunch of documentaries, a bunch of shorts, and then I think this is right in the middle of his career there. So somehow didn't tank it entirely. Yeah.
Mostly documentaries since then.
Yes.
Stayed away from fiction.
Although he did the Dark Divide with David Cross. What? And Deborah Messing. Oh. What?
This actually sounds good. I would totally watch this.
So that's interesting. Okay.
Wait, so this guy is legit.
Screenwriter is Heidi.
Hold on.
What?
Before we go on, The Dark Divide, 93% positive on Rotten Tomatoes.
Get the fuck, shut your microphone off and just go outside in the snow right now.
No, it's real. 93%.
Tomato meter or audience?
Tomato meter, critically acclaimed. So
you're telling me this guy he's saved himself
5% to 93.
Completely redeemed yourself.
Yeah. The audience actually didn't like it that much. 59%. Critics loved it though. Yeah.
Huh. It's a Cinderella story, really.
Couldn't agree more.
All right, so we're moving through this. So screenwriter, there's only one, Heidi Fur,
which baffled me that a woman wrote this movie.
Me too. Very surprising. Actors.
Yeah.
Well, we'll call them that. Paris Hilton plays the main love interest, Christabel Abbott.
Titular Hottie.
Yes. I was going to use that word, but I figured I was going to screw it up. So I was like, I'll just skip it.
Keep me around for that.
Joel David Moore plays Nate Cooper. Joel David Moore, he was in Grandma's Boy, Dodgeball.
Yep, famously Grandma's Boy.
Such hits as Dodgeball.
Actually famously Grandma's Boy.
Yes, actually famous Grandma's Boy. Christine Lakin plays June Fig, our Nottie.
The titular Nottie, right?
Ryan Alvarez, he plays extremely unattractive guy.
Oh, Cole Slauson?
Oh, yeah.
No.
No. That's not.
Oh,
him.
okay.
No.
Wait,
just,
who's the extreme?
I think he's just. I think he's just one of the. I think he's just one of the guys that sits on the bench.
Okay, good. I'm glad you included him.
Yeah, it was a toss between him or Gino Anthony Pezzi, who plays Cheesy Guy, which I don't remember who that is.
You didn't even include Cole Slauson.
Nope, he was too much.
How?
No,
he's a star.
Yeah, he was too much, too big.
Or you didn't do Arno either. The Greg Wilson.
Nope. Oh yeah, I should probably put him in this list. But the Greg Wilson plays Arno Blount, who's Nate Cooper's best bud.
No Johann. None of the actual stars of this movie.
No, I covered the main three. You need June, Nate, and Christabel. That's it.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Production budget and box office revenue. I can't wait to go through these numbers with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, worldwide, international, domestic. This movie made just under $1.6 million.
That's a lot.
Yes.
Like that's way more than I would think.
Yeah, but wait till I get further along here. So to break that up, about 1.5 and change million was all international.
Wow.
27,000 domestic.
Yeah, that makes way more sense. So like we're talking total worldwide box office here. That's a little over 500 fanatics. That's pretty good.
Is that right? 1.6 million worldwide, 500 fanatics?
Yeah. Whereas domestic, we're looking at less than 9. less than 9 fanatics here. I think it's 8.7 something.
Now you're sitting, right? Put your seatbelt on.
Yep. Oh, I strapped in.
Yeah, strap in for this one. The production budget, $9 million, Mrs. Bueller.
I thought you were going to say $9, and then I would have said, "Oh, that makes sense." Because what? On what? What did they spend this on?
The only thing I can think of is renting out that house in Venice Beach to film a bunch of scenes in.
It must be, right?
Like everything is outside. Like it's just outdoors. They're like on a public beach in California shooting. They're on
the club scene, maybe.
$9 million.
$9 million on what?
Maybe Paris Hilton commands. No way she's commanding more than a Bruce Willis $1 million movie right?
This was after House of Wax. So like people were like, oh, honey. Right?
Yeah.
They can't have given her $5 million for this, right?
No. Let's just say even $2 million. That seems like a lot.
Joel David Moore, on the other hand, Grandma's Boy, he commands probably at least $500,000, right?
Yeah, I mean at the time,
right? The peak of his powers.
$9 million.
Knock off Tom Green.
Like what were they doing?
Baffling, truly baffling.
Anyone who knows more, reach out to us and tell us.
Actually, no. You know what? We haven't done it in a while. Because
never mind. Don't reach out to us. We got it. We figured it out.
We've been covering too many legit movies. This is a money laundering movie. Of course it is. Purple Pictures.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
$9 million. Yeah, there's some shadiness going on here.
Yeah. Why didn't we're blind to it because we haven't
it's been a while.
Yeah.
Fuck, $9 million. That's so much money.
Yeah.
Like this movie should have just cost like I'll even give $3 million. I'll say $3 million, but even that feels like way too much.
No, they probably gave the director like $3 million because he's like an inside boy for the guys here.
Mm-hmm. Getting some Russian money, you know?
Yep, exactly.
Hey, money falling out of our pockets. What do we do with it?
Yeah. You don't think extremely unattractive guys walking away with less than $50,000, right?
Cheesy guy pulls in $500K to be in this movie.
Easy.
So that's it. That's the quick info. Production numbers.
That's insanity. I don't understand.
It's not healthy for anyone.
Yeah. Well, it is for somebody. Somebody got paid the $9 million that made the movie.
Yeah, it's not healthy for us to have to read that and think that through and process what that means.
Right. No, I'm a little ill.
What are we doing wrong?
Well, we'll get there.
All right.
Okay.
Hollywood pitch me, motherfucker. I don't know. I was supposed to. It didn't feel right, so I was like, I was holding back, but then you pointed at me, so I was like,
it's a catchphrase.
Hollywood pitch me, motherfucker. How was that? Is that good?
That's much better.
That make you feel right?
I think so.
Okay.
So this one is obviously
just want to let you know I'm feeling a little dry today, so this will be a fun episode.
Oh no, what does that mean?
I don't know, but
oh god. Well, I'm feeling moist, so let's do this.
Together we're a perfectly hydrated human being. Let's do this.
That's right. All right. This movie, obviously, National Lampoon's Pledge This. Have you seen it?
Is that the novelization that never made it to screen? What is that?
No. Well, it is direct to video.
Oh my god.
But starring Paris Hilton.
Before or after this? Is that her early acting career?
Before, yeah.
Well, she was working at the Kinks. That's fine.
Well, after House of Wax, but before
this. Okay.
before the Hottie and Nottie. Yeah.
Zero kinks were ironed out. Okay.
Right. Really finding her way.
She was refining her skills for the Razzie Award. Okay.
Yeah. But so it's the same for a number of reasons, right?
Mm-hmm.
One, budget similarly is just about 9 million, 8.3. She must have committed. It must be her. Well, yes. So Paris Hilton Entertainment was also the production company on this one. So
yeah,
do with that what you will.
Okay, so I mean, yeah, it's her, right? They were paying for her brand. Is basically what was happening here. They're not paying obviously for her acting. They're paying for her brand.
It seems like she commands about 8 mil. so that perfectly explains.
I'd say 8.5.
Pretty good, right? And unbelievably, this one did
sleuth that one.
This one, box office worldwide, actually made about the same amount of money. Somehow. So it's direct to video in
the same as
States.
The Hottie Nottie, so 1.6 million ish.
It's made more actually, 1.7 million.
What the fuck are we doing wrong?
So outside of the admin reasons here, right? Why it's the same. Also relying on crude humor for one.
Gross out kind of humor, yeah.
Well, the premise of the movie here, the whole premise of the movie is a dorm toilet explodes on the first day back to school. And so a group of misfit girls have to leave their housing and search for a new home. And they decide to pledge the sorority that Paris Hilton is the boss of instead. In this one, Paris Hilton is kind of the villain. Also like this movie a little bit.
Everything about this movie is already pissing me off.
She is like the shittiest person in both movies. It seems like, which again, she's paying for that. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. There's some love triangles and
always is.
Lots of people being judged for not being pretty enough. It's basically the same movie.
Always a love triangle in Paris.
Right. Exactly. So it's, which first of all, the biggest question that I have here is like, how do you get the National Lampoon attached?
Brand? Yeah. I mean, I think the National Lampoon brand is kind of taking a nosedive in the last, I don't know, 25 years.
Like when did it happen? Like when was what's the
probably after the vacation movies. I don't know.
Right?
Van Wilder.
Oh,
Ryan Reynolds. That was like his beginning there. Van Wilder was all National Lampoon, and like those were pretty bad, but they were like still like okay.
You're exactly right. That is when it took a turn. Van Wilder. Yeah. So that, and also the National Lampoon thing confused me, but at the same time they billed it as Paris Hilton's film debut because it was they started filming it in 2004. So this one's just like, it took a while. This was like a 2-year movie. And then House of Wax came out in between, and people were like, wait, why are you billing this as the debut? She was in that. Also, Paris Hilton reportedly hates this movie.
Which one? The National Lampoon Pledges? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because she was arguing for
why?
The filmmakers wanted to put too much nudity in it.
Oh.
They wanted like an R-rated, a Van Wilder, like unrated kind of style movie. And she was like, no, let's keep it PG-13, everyone. And they were like, haha, no, we'll do whatever we want. So she boycotted the premiere, and it was a whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, kudos to Paris Hilton for not wanting to objectify women in these shitty fucking gross out late night comedy movies.
Exactly. Yeah. Semi-principled Paris Hilton.
Thanks. Are we going to be Paris Hilton fans by the end of this movie?
I told you in the trailer trash, I'm kind of a Paris Hilton fan anyway. So.
Yeah.
Okay, smart business person,
Yeah,
well,
I mean,
right.
She hires smart business people, but
yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's a brand. It's a good brand.
She sounded like she stood up for something she believed in, which is I can't knock that. So
yeah, she likes animals and not that much nudity in movies that she's in.
That's good. That's good.
So It's
Carry
that.
on.
It's that meets Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
You're
still with me, right?
um, let's see.
Yeah, Jim Carrey, Kate Winslet bit. I'm not sure if you're familiar.
Yeah, I know it. Is it Mark Ruffalo in that too?
I think so. Yeah,
Doesn't he play the guy who's got the thing?
definitely. Yeah. Kirsten Dunst, Elijah Wood. Great cast. Cast. You know the movie, right? It's about a relationship that you might not see coming.
It's about forgetting your ex, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of. Right. Exactly. And about like star-crossed lovers here, kind of, because they always find each other, but they're bad for each other.
It's an overly complicated, depressing relationship movie.
Just like this movie, an overly complicated, depressing relationship movie, where Nate doesn't know what he wants half the time. Here, he thinks he's
an asshole.
He always comes back to Christabel, and just like Jim Carrey, he's always coming back to her. But they're not good for each other.
No.
Thankfully, the endings are a little different, where he finds out he's with his actual person that he belongs with. But yeah, basically the same movie. I kind of wish that it was more like, it's a little bit wishful thinking on my part, as I usually do, more like Eternal Sunshine, where he did stay together with the shitty Christabel. That I don't know. It's more interesting that way.
I don't know if I would give $9 million to make that one, but
no,
it's the least positive thing I think I've ever said to you about your pitch. But I'd be like 5.
2? Oh, I mean 5. That sounds good. Thanks.
2. Come on, man. Of course I give you 5.
Is this when we do my catchphrase? Pitch me, daddy.
You don't. No, you can't have two catchphrases in one segment.
I thought we both had a catchphrase.
No, one catchphrase per segment.
How could I be so short-sighted?
Fast facts. Come up with your own thing for fast facts. You got a minute. You got 2 minutes on the clock while I do this.
I'll think of something good.
All right, my pitch. You ready for this?
Yep.
It's Beauty and the Beast meets my favorite single white female.
Yep. I get part of this.
Now, Beauty and the Beast. I think I know what you're thinking here. Is like, is the Beast the Nottie? No. The Beast is actually Nate Cooper, our supposed hero here.
Oh, okay.
And the princess whose love he's trying to go for is actually June Fig, the Nottie.
Right. She's
kind of reversing it because Nate he's actually a monster in this movie.
That's right.
And he's looking to like validate his humanity by falling in love with someone who he thinks is supposed to be his love, but it's not.
You twisted it on me. I like it.
Flipped that teacup, that talking teacup right over on you.
Oh, poor Chip.
See what I did? Meets single white female because I think Paris Hilton they're roommates, and I think maybe there's someone's crazy in that household there. I can't tell who, right? Aren't they? They're roommates, aren't they? June and
they are roommates, yeah.
Because June ends up stealing Paris Hilton's guy at the end, so maybe it's June who's the single white female.
I think so, yeah.
So I think maybe that's the way to go. She stole her clothing. Remember towards the end, she's stealing her clothing. She steals her guy because Christabel Paris is like admits, she's in and ready to go with Nate there.
Yep.
So
I like it. Simple, but
effective.
Makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Right?
Very effective. Yeah. Makes perfect sense to me.
I'm so pumped right now.
Yeah. Same.
And I'm proud of us. We did that. All right.
Yeah. I need positive affirmation after every segment, ideally.
Next segment. Did you come up with a catchphrase for this? The next one?
Yeah. Say what it is.
Fast facts.
Facts me, daddy. Is that good?
That's great. We'll work on that one. We'll shop that one around. All right. These actually might be fast, but we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't write that many, so.
This is all the internet had. The internet left me hanging. I also didn't kind of go too crazy because I was like,
I didn't try that hard.
Yeah. I put about 70% effort. No, 60% effort. I'll be honest. I don't want to lie to our listeners. I don't want to lie to you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. All right.
Don't you fucking lie.
So fast fact number 1 here. When the film was released in the United Kingdom, one of our favorite places, we think, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes.
When it was released in the United Empire there, it was advertised as the number 1 film. Smaller. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. Smaller print. I'm not sure where the small print was, but smaller print revealed that it was number 1 in the Internet Movie Database's bottom 100, which was true at the time.
I love it.
Without seeing it, maybe you've looked, but without looking at it, how long do you think it took to shoot this movie?
Yeah, I'm not looking, by the way. I'm going to say 28 days.
28 days?
I don't know. What if it was really hard?
Oh, 28 days. I'm sorry. Translate that week to weeks. I can't do time like that. Was that?
It's like 4 weeks. Is that right?
Yeah, you're not bad. You Price is Right rules, you would win.
Okay.
It was shot in less than 5 weeks. Actually, it was shot in less than 5 weeks. So maybe you would win. This is a fun one. This was Tom Putnam's first and last time as a director of a major motion picture.
Oh.
But we know it's not true, though. Oh, major motion picture, though.
Right. I think that was just an indie flick.
Yeah, all the other ones were documentaries, and he did the one indie flick in 2020 that's apparently 90-some-odd% on Rotten Tomatoes, which
well regarded, yeah.
I also, is this really a major motion picture?
No.
Okay.
I mean, well, they spent $9 million on it, so maybe.
Could you imagine spending $9 million in less than 5 weeks, and this is what comes out?
No, I can't.
It's unfathomable. All right, let's move on. This one's left field. I don't even know if this is even possibly true, but Lady Gaga was considered for the role of June Fig.
Gaga herself?
Yeah, the Gaga. 2008.
Interesting.
Is that
would
right?
have been.
Is that Joker time?
Yeah. She's at the peak of her powers then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'd like that. I think I like that casting. I like that play calling.
Last and but not least, Paris Hilton helped scout locations for the film.
I mean, why wouldn't you? Oh yeah, I want to go to the beach in LA for a bit. Sure.
You know where I go for a run every morning? Where is that? Right where we should shoot this movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that sounds perfect.
On the beach.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like no, but I know this little spot like on Venice Beach.
Yeah. How much money is your brand paying for this? $9 million. Yeah, sure. Wherever you want.
Yeah, wherever you want. I have a bonus fun fact for you. A fast fact for you.
Yeah. Fun facts are for in the middle of the breakdown. Fast facts are for right now.
Fun facts are for suckers.
That's right.
Fast facts are for now. I guess it's less of a fast fact and more of a couple of nice quotes from Paris Hilton about this movie. I did find a little interview. So apparently the writer, this is a quote from her. The writer came to me with the script and said, I wrote this with you in mind. There's no one else who could play the hottie. And she was like, I'm in. She read the script. She said, it's a really, really fun film, but also has a really beautiful message. That's it. She thinks it's a beautiful message. So
$9 million.
$9 million. And then right after this is when she did Repo, the genetic opera. So keep that in mind.
This is gonna be good. No, we got this. I think this is fine.
It's been a long one.
I think we're right where we need to be. All right. So yeah, that's it. We're done.
Yeah, fuck it. Podcast over. So when we watched the trailer, noted it was PG-13 for some sexual content. Right? I think was really all it was.
Yeah.
I love that now we get the full rating. We got alcohol use.
Boom.
We got foul language.
Yelling at chickens.
Sexual content. We got violence. I mean, I'm here for it.
Yeah. I mean, did you just name my 4 favorite things?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
That's right.
Not going to admit it because it makes me a weirdo, but just going to say maybe.
Not no.
Combine all those. Talking about a sweet Saturday night.
Right. So I'm stoked. Right. And then we get into our production companies here. Yeah.
Regent Entertainment comes in hot. It was too loud. I had to crank it down to 5 on my TV.
I agree.
Now, I know that volume is not standard issue across all TVs, but 5 is pretty low for my TV.
And they've got their stupid logo with the word art or whatever, like the clip art.
Purple pictures. Oh, Regent. Yeah. It was all.
Yeah. Well, the purple pictures one I thought was awesome.
It was flowery. It was inviting.
It was space, flowers, children giggling, which leads into the movie. But
it all starts with the crush, right? So we get the opening of the classroom. We get the young kids here. We get young Nate Cooper. We get young Arno Blount. We get young Christabel Abbott. And we get young June Fig, because that's when you fall in love when you're 6.
Well, I was just say this is first grade, right?
Yeah, and this is another movie where it starts with voiceover, which disappears. Do we need the voiceover?
Oh yeah. Wait, what, was there voiceover? Oh no, there wasn't. Well, the voiceover was from Nate Cooper, at least.
Yeah. Nate Cooper is. He's
for a second, I was like, wait, there's like a narrator.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's narrating like the scene of him being as a kid. So was he like remembering being a kid and falling in love with Christabel Abbott?
Yeah, it's not as bad as like when there's a third party narrator.
Oh,
they're
yeah,
like,
no, but I
"Oh."
mean, but this is what we've seen before, right? Where one of the characters
Yes.
is narrating and then just kind of disappears and like, where did you go? And why are we narrating? Did we need you to do that? Probably not.
Yep.
But
Agreed. Like bring Ron Howard in.
I was 6 years old when I fell in love with her. So we get that, and the setup. He's fallen in love with Christabel, and that's where we're going. And
The heavens opened. That was it. First time I fell in love.
And I guess it's important to note out. You called it, I didn't, but it's important to note him doing a montage of him making a Valentine.
Oh, yeah, the Valentine's critic. Yeah, there's like a lot of. There's also in this particular montage a lot of running in slow motion, which is another theme that carries through.
Slow motion. Yes, things happen in slow motion in California, apparently.
Big usage of slow motion. I mean, it's 2008, I guess. Sure.
Yeah, 300 just come out.
So he runs in to the class and presents this Valentine to future Paris Hilton, Christabel, and she's got a fat sack of Valentines already.
Crushing it.
Like
new girl, crushing it.
Everybody in school is giving her a Valentine. He obviously is not going to stand out. So his narration finished with, things don't always work out like you think they will when you're 6 years old. Cut to present day.
Somewhere in Maine.
Love to see it. Love
yeah.
Maine. Big Maine fan.
We're somewhere up there.
And it looks kind of like Portland.
Yeah.
Where they're filming this, right?
Yeah, sure.
Like it's like a foggy day out by the shipyard kind of.
Yeah.
Nate's playing a song on acoustic guitar, singing about what I thought was a breakup, but it's not. It's about his current girlfriend.
His current girlfriend is just sitting there listening.
She's pissed because he's like, oh, and then that time you shaved my head, and
yeah, it's not good. He's not good.
No, well, he's not good, but also it sounds like their relationship is awful. Based on the song.
Yeah. He's picking all the worst moments.
So she grabs the guitar, bashes him across the face with it.
The guitar explodes, by the way, which awesome. Not really going to happen.
Unlikely.
He's going to be pretty much concussed and hurt.
Oh yeah. Why not both? But yeah, terrible. And then she starts crying.
And this is just setting up the fact that he's a monster. He's a terrible boyfriend, terrible guitar player. Has no idea how to manage a relationship. He's not really an adult.
Well,
I'm taking a flip on that. Like they try to paint her as a crazy girlfriend, but I think
she is kind of.
I mean, yeah, you smash someone with a guitar, you're just a lunatic. But
right,
he sucks.
Oh, he definitely sucks.
He sucks.
But she also did shave his head and spray painted his car, and
he probably deserved it.
Fair. And
she decides to leave him. Do we know what he did?
No, you're right. It could be anything. I think it's just not being ambitious is his crime here. I think his crime is being a bum. And so she leaves and takes her drawer. She says, I'm taking my drawer, which most people assume is the contents of the drawer, but for the joke factor, it's the whole thing.
And then there's a moment where they play chicken and she just drives over him with a car. And I was like, movie's
Ruthless.
Over. Cool. He's dead. Movie's over.
Right? Should be dead.
Yeah. Nope. It's a comic book. He's alive.
Yeah. It's more of a Looney Tunes situation.
This is goofy. Mm-hmm. The music played along with it too. Voiceover is continuing here. And I was wondering, how long is this shit going to last?
I also wonder. One of my favorite lines from the movie was in this scene, though, right before she ran him over. I came all the way down the stairs for you. Showing how committed he is to the relationship.
And I mean, you have some kid flashbacks to...
Right. Well, so that's when she complains. She's like, well, you don't understand what it's like to love someone, and you're not sure if they love you back.
This is after she's driven over him with her car, by the way. And he's underneath the car with his head sticking out like a cartoon character. And
that's when we cut to a flashback of, you're a loser, Nate Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
And he sees the old ugly June fig. Little did I know the hurdles I'd have to overcome on my journey to getting with the girl that I wanted here. But he's like, but I know a guy. I got a guy who I can talk to help me sort all this out. I got to get my life together, find my love.
So the voiceover, I think, ends here.
Yeah.
And the one person we see is June Fig. So is it him telling us the story, right? That's the setup of him telling us the story of how he met June.
Exactly. So then he's like, I got a guy, my best friend from first grade.
We've been in touch apparently still, I guess. And
it doesn't seem like they have.
No, but he's his best friend. And he just shows up in Los Angeles and drives up like it's no big deal. Like Maine to Los Angeles, just like, yep. I guess we don't need to see the week-long drive, but whatever.
No, I prefer not to. Yeah.
We're in LA. No big deal.
At Arno's mom's house. I love Arno's mom. Like, first question when he walks in, can I get you a Courvoisier or Coco? If only everyone asked me that question. What a better world we'd live in.
That's a tough decision. Can I take both?
I will have both, please. So he pretends that he knows what happened to everybody. He's like, oh yeah, I've been keeping up with all these people, but also what's Christabel doing these days? And then Arno's got it's like, oh, you're in luck. Like this is, we got the Hottie and the Nottie situation here. Remember June Fig? Like this is when Arno does the whole exposition of the movie, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's all from the trailer too. He does like the physics joke. Everyone physically knows that the proportional hotness is proportional to
the Hottie is to the ugliness of the Nottie, right? And then this is when Arno does his dragon impression from the trailer.
Yeah, it's all from the trailer. There's also some really weird audio thing. I don't know if you caught this, but like when he was in the kitchen with his mom, like walking through, like it was like a weird, like you couldn't hear him. I was like, or was it echoey? Like,
yeah,
really?
There were a few weird audio things. There were a couple of times Tyson and I noticed when we were watching it too, of like later on where Paris Hilton is definitely dubbed over by future Paris Hilton. Like she definitely fucked up her lines or something.
Yeah.
And they were like, we got to re-record that.
Yeah. He's a little more sleepy.
Yeah.
And the music too in this whole sequence, it feels like it's a live action cartoon. It's just like whip-a-doo, wing, zip.
It feels like Get the Girl. Yeah.
Like, what?
Remember the music in Get the Girl that I loved?
So bad. Like, what are you doing?
And so apparently Christabel Abbott is the hottest woman in Los Angeles, which okay. Sure. There's a lot of women in Los Angeles, which we follow up with. She's only gotten hotter every year since first grade,
that's
gross.
Yeah. Arno's got some problems here.
Well, and that's when we get the mom, bring out the file. And his mom's in on it. His mom, I love his mom because his mom is probably the best character in the movie, right? Yeah.
Yep, no doubt.
She's like, yeah, I'm here for this. I got the file. Don't worry. And Arno's like, don't worry. I keep track of what she does every day.
So we have one stalker now enabling another stalker.
A would-be stalker, yeah.
Yay. We're moving quickly into it. And now we're on, is it Venice Beach or Santa Monica or whatever?
Whatever the beach is.
It's one of those beautiful boardwalks and beaches in California. You guys have a million of them.
Yeah. And we cut to the montage of them watching her like creeps. Yeah,
well, is Arno's not there, but isn't it just no. Nate's on a bench with a bunch of other creepy dudes, basically.
You're right.
Yep, we have an albino guy, we've got cheesy guy, we got creepy dude, we got like another bench, like they're sitting on a bench waiting for her to run by every day, and they've got signs. It's
really fucked up.
Yeah. Like
I don't like it. They have shirts with her name on it.
These guys need help. You need help.
Yeah, well, they need to be put away.
Help first. But if that doesn't change, then put away. Right?
Put away in a help center.
They haven't done anything violent. They're just
but as far as we know,
one of them does have a restraining order against him, though. So
right, exactly. So
they need help.
Right, put them away in a help spot. Blame Ronald Reagan, as I do for most things. You start closing down the mental hospitals and, sure, there's definitely people in there unfairly, but also, it's not like it's a tax burden. Like we should maybe pay for that. Some people need help.
Everyone needs help.
We shouldn't make them homeless.
There's varying degrees of help that
I agree
needs.
with you.
And I agree. Yes. All right. So we're done. We covered that. We're good.
Yep. I think so.
Okay. That's probably an official ITMT commentary.
We're fairly anti Ronald Reagan, I think.
we're pro, except he had some good movies, I think, but we're pro help.
Did he?
No, I don't think so.
I was like, really? And you like Westerns, so.
I do.
Yeah.
Not those. All right. Let's get back on track here. So we got a bunch of mental health patients who need help, men figured out. And then we get to Christabel. Just now she shows up running down the boardwalk, slow-mo.
The first of many slow-mo.
Oh my God. They last so long.
Paris Hilton scenes. Yeah. Well, yeah. So the movie's runtime, take out the credits at the end in the production companies at the beginning.
Hour and 25 minutes.
Hour and 25 minutes, right? Yeah.
Right.
And 20 minutes of that is probably like slow-mo Paris Hilton at various points.
What did you get for $9 million? It's $1 million going to the slow-mo effect.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. And then every dude is pretty much a cartoon character. If their jaws dropped and their tongues rolled out, I wouldn't be like, I'd have been like, oh, that makes sense.
Well, and then, beyond the stalkers, there's like a random guy who's walking by with his wife and child in a stroller, and he trips and falls, and he's like, whoa.
I've never seen a woman before.
It's fucked up.
And then Nate decides to up his stalking game and starts following her.
Gives chase. Yeah.
So he's like sneaking up behind her, like running with her, and he's like kind of like catcalling her, yelling at her, right?
Leans in to sniff.
And then he just tackles her, I guess. I don't know what.
But yes, he does full on tackle her.
Yeah, and he just straight up tackles her. His third tackle of the first of 3 tackles in the movie.
No, first of 4 tackle. There's at least 3, more than 3, I think.
Wow, I tagged 3, so we'll get a tackle counter on the clock here. But
because we got 3 on Johann. There's 3 on Johann alone.
Oh, you're right. Maybe 4 tackles. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's earning that
bonus
500 G's.
Yeah, that bonus money for getting 4 tackles in the season. So this is his first tackle.
No sacks.
No sacks. No. Strong safety coming in. So he tackles her. First tackle of 2 of her. He tackles her twice. And then they do some acting, or she does some form of acting.
You can call it that.
And it's mostly just him being like,
she's like, wait, are you Nate Cooper?
Are you the guy who has the friend with the kid who puts the pencil up his nose?
Yeah.
He only had one friend.
She has no recollection of who he is until he's like, oh yeah, I'm the friends with that other guy who only had one friend. Oh yeah. I had my eye on you.
And then they're at like a hot dog stand or like a diner or whatever on the boardwalk there.
Yeah, like a little breakfast place. Yeah.
I called it a hot dog stand, but sure.
I don't think it's a hot dog stand.
I don't think it is either, but it's were they eating breakfast?
It's like a little diner. Yeah. They were having breakfast. There are plates of breakfast in front of them.
I think it's the same cafe that they go to later on when he plays a guitar and Johann just like, no, give me that guitar. It's not broken.
You think so?
Oh yeah, it's the same place, of course. They use the same locations over and over again.
You're right, I forgot.
Only that 9 million went nowhere. So
it's all cardboard. I don't appreciate this. Like, who's that albino guy over there? Which, like, come on, that guy has other qualities. Also.
Like his stalker T-shirt that has her name all over it.
Yeah, who's the guy with the weird fucking T-shirt with your name on it? That's a better question.
Yeah, this movie has no problems with making fun of physical appearances.
No, none. It's 2008,
which we're not fans of unless we're doing it for a purpose to prove a point.
That's right. That's exactly
which is different from what they're doing.
Right. We're totally different.
Then we get a little back and forth between Christabel here and Nate. We get to know each other.
Oh, that's just my stalker, Randy. He's harmless.
And she's like yelling out the window.
Randy, is that 40 feet away? Something about a charity that she does. And then she's like,
she's an event planner. So she's like, yeah, I get to throw parties. She's like, great. You're just Paris Hilton, basically. But you don't actually plan any events. You just show up and party. So
then she's like, and I'm pregnant.
That was a pregnant pause, right?
I think so. And she's like, no, just kidding.
What?
Why is this happening?
Like so Nate was like so bummed out. Like that was like yeah. I drove all the way from Maine in the hopes that some girl I haven't seen in 20 years is gonna hopefully be single and is pregnant. And this is the first moment of him trying to talk and like just stumbling through conversations, which I'll be honest, got really irritating to me.
Yep, that's fair.
And she's like, what do you do? And he's like, I'm a personal trainer. After he's like stumbles and looks out the window. Like we called this out in the trailer. And I was just like, anyone who talks like that in like a real conversation, be like, hey, what's wrong with you? Why you
over here?
Hey, over here. I'm not like, what are you doing looking out the window? I can hear your inner thoughts right now.
And that's when he talks about not doing steroids and because who wants adult acne in a shrunken penis? Not me.
No one does, right?
Yep.
So he lies, his first of many lies, because that's what...
Kind of a liar, yeah.
He's, blah, 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 blah. And then she's like, oh, why don't you come to yoga with me in June? Yeah. You remember June, whatever. And
my roommate, June, she's, I'm really glad I ran into you. Like, let's hang out later.
It's yoga. Let's downward dog later.
Sure. So they do.
So she writes her number on his hand, and then she blows on it and it's slow-mo again, and then she's like, there, now you can't lose it unless he washes his hands there. But
a lot of factors, right? And
then we hit the yoga studio.
Go to the gym, yeah. And she introduces him to Jane was his ex-girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend, right. Yeah. It's one letter away. It's one vowel away.
I heard that, yeah. That won't come back.
Yeah, and they get this
they play horse
Blucher
sounds.
Yeah, they got a Frau Blucher. Frau Blucher thing going on.
Really messed up. Yeah.
Every time she shows up, they're like, at least twice, they just play.
Daddy, would you like some sausage?
So he's at the yoga studio. Clearly, he doesn't know what he was doing. He's a fish out of water here, and he's looking around. He sees other yoga people being like doing the old kiss on two cheeks thing.
Well,
must be a big California thing. In Europe thing. That's a big Europe thing.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I should do that. Like an idiot. Why would you say hello?
Never do that.
So he goes in for the European kiss, and some guy walks by and bumps into him. We see this in the trailer. Bumps into him, and he does a little mouth-to-mouth kiss with June.
Yeah.
Can't tell me there weren't sparks right there.
No. Seemed like sparks. And Paris Hilton goes, nice. Yeah. June and I don't get much action, so we take what we can get.
Nice.
Gross. I hate this.
As she tapped her fingers. Yes, excellent.
Yes.
Kiss more. And then they do yoga for way too long. And again, it's more just kind of slow-mo camera gazing at Paris Hilton stretching.
Right. Well, they did a little bit of backstory for June of like, she's a zoo animal handler. She's got a huge problem with hair removal because she's got very sensitive skin, and he pretends he doesn't notice. And then, and that's when they start doing the yoga, where the yoga instructor is just making up terms. Like those aren't positions.
Yeah, I don't, would she actually dog star or fish or whatever?
Yeah. It was like dogs. They're like, this is getting the doggy starfish. And you're like, excuse me? No, not real yoga positions. And then,
are you a big yoga person? Have you gone yoga?
No, I'm getting this from Thais. This is secondhand information.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
Thais has done yoga stuff. No, not
just don't take that as like a. I didn't think you would be a yoga person, but it was just,
maybe I should be. I don't know. It's probably good for you.
I probably should be too. I should probably center my tree and my chakras and my inner core.
Yeah, here's a fun fact for the listeners. I used to be in my heyday
in your prime.
8th grade, sit and reach champion of New Hampshire.
Get the fuck out of here. The entire state.
Some say.
There's like 500 people up there, so that's pretty impressive. At least.
Dude. Yeah, right? I know, right?
I think it's like
presidential fitness. Remember sit and reach?
Yes. I fucking hated it.
Flexible as fuck, dude. I used to go way past my toes.
Get out of here.
Oh yeah.
Maybe you're missing like a bone in your spine or something like that. You get checked out maybe?
No, it's because I was doing karate at the time, and it made me very flexible, which was great.
How many? What belt did you get?
I'm not that.
I always wanted to take
belt,
karate,
baby.
What?
I went all the way. I did karate for like 11 years. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Next time we see each other, kick my ass, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come at you, and I want you to
just come at me.
I want you to fucking like, Steven Seagal me.
Yeah. I'll Seagal you. Just like roll over on you. Yeah. No. Yeah. I used to be the king of flexibility, so I get it.
This is I didn't know. All right, two things we learned. One, king of flexibility in New Hampshire out of
several people.
Black belt in karate?
Yeah. You didn't know that? Oh yeah.
No, man, you're a fucking regular karate kid here. Now I feel like we could say whatever we want because you'll just be like
right. It's kind of official. Yeah.
Right?
I used to do, when you like, when you're stretching and you like sit on the floor and like kind of a split.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
And you like lean over to your right and you lean over to your left.
Yeah. It hurts
yeah,
so much.
Yeah. I used to be able to put my forehead on the floor in that position.
What?
I can't anymore, but I used to be forehead straight to the floor when I was like, 14 years old, whatever.
Better to have the memory than nothing at all, right? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Huh. Black belt.
You're looking at it.
All right.
So anyway, I know a thing or two about yoga terms, but Thais was really the help here. Yeah, I'm a flexible guy, but I'm not up on my terminology. So
I like to think I'm flexible, but different ways, I guess. I don't know. More like scheduling.
Sure.
More like scheduling wise.
Accommodating.
Yeah, accommodating. Not like, hey, ask me to touch my toes. Nah, fuck you.
I hate to see it. I'm in my 40s, excuse me.
Yeah. What do you want me to go to bed in an hour? Like, get out of here.
I'll do whatever I want.
I'll touch my toes. You touch your toes. Touch your own toes. You touch my toes. Get out of here.
You touch my toes. I touch your toes. You touch my toes.
I touch your toes. You touch my toes. Just when we thought we could make it through with no accents.
Yeah, this movie has no accents whatsoever. Well, actually, that's not true.
That's not true.
That's not true.
Oh my God. We'll get there. So, all right. So we got a lot of camera gazing at Paris Hilton doing her thing. Right. We're still doing yoga. And then we got June doing her thing. And there's back and forth. And then Nate is
dirty sock to the face.
And he's just like choking on it. And then Paris is looking at him, and they're looking at each other, and there's like, oh yeah, okay, that's it. And then we cut to we're on a bench on the boardwalk, right? Christabel and Nate are just chatting away, and this is where we get the conflict of the movie, where she's basically like, yeah, I date you, but no, I can't.
Yeah, I mean, this is when she talks about how, like, you know, all throughout high school, all throughout school, I didn't know the meaning of the word no. I dated everyone. And he's like,
looks like you picked the wrong time to leave town, which I was like, all right, that kind of
wish I didn't move away. She's like, yeah, but you know, and yeah, that's when they do the exposition of the rest of the movie. And the worst part is going without sex. Hey. And he's like, oh, because of course. Then she kisses him on the cheek and walks away. So we cut back to Arno's house, playing Nintendo. Did you catch what game he was playing?
Yeah, he was playing more of the Mario Brothers game, but I was like confused which one it was. I think it was Mario 3, but I was like, this doesn't look like Mario 3.
Yeah, I couldn't figure it out. Yeah, I hate this whole scene so much.
Yeah, I hated this so much.
Like Arno's mom she stinks, but she's like very much into, she's like, oh, well, why don't you just get her a nice bikini laser? That's all she probably needs. Like, really did wonders for me. And Arno's like, yep, sure did.
What?
They're like,
why?
Stop it.
Why? Why is this?
I don't know. And then basically, he's like, yeah, what if I just like get her a big makeover? And Arno's like, well, you don't have that kind of blood money. Like, you can't possibly do these things.
Yeah, we have no idea what he does for a living, do we?
Nate? No, nothing. I don't think. Yeah. It seems like. He just moved from Maine to Los Angeles without.
Yeah, and is he just staying?
Considering anything.
Is he just staying at Arno's place? Right?
Yeah. I don't get it.
Arno's mom's an enabler. She needs to kick them out and be like, all right, guys, go get a job.
She is the sweetest lady. Yeah.
Super sweet lady, but come on, kick him out.
So this is when we cut to the date.
Well, yeah, because Nate's got some ideas. He's like, they're all terrible, but he's like, I think I've got an idea. And
right. They're doing little picnic lunch. Yep. He's like, I've been thinking about June a lot. You know, I'm really disgusted by all the people who think that she's disgusting.
Yep. This is line number 2, number 3. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's cool. She's totally cool. And I think I have the perfect guy for you. My friend, Cole Slauson, who's a friend of my friend, Mike.
Does he actually say his name?
Yes.
But he doesn't actually know the guy, though.
No. He looks at the picnic basket and he goes, oh, yeah, my friend Cole Slauson.
I totally missed that.
How did you miss that, dude? That's what they call him, Cole Slauson, the rest of the movie, because they're like,
I didn't catch the Slauson. I just heard Cole. I didn't catch the Slauson.
No, yeah. Cole Slauson. This movie's awesome. Friend of Mike, Cole Slauson.
Okay. Yeah, and he's stumbling his way through like another awkward moment of
and then Christabel is like, you know, it'd be a major first step if we could just get her laid. And he's like, oh, well, I guess you put it that way. And that's when she's got her gem of a line here, if you want to deliver.
A life without orgasm is a world without flowers.
Truer words never spoken. What a philosophy.
Oh my God.
So then, is he on a college campus? We cut to the next scene, right? And he's like,
yeah.
I think he's on a college campus, right?
I think so. Yeah, he's being a creep. So he's hiding in the bushes with binoculars. Classic creep move. Unless you're bird watching, I guess. And he
put up flyers about June.
Something experiment for $500 or whatever. I didn't quite read.
Yeah.
I didn't quite read what the experiment was, but he said, "Be part of an experiment, $500." And a couple girls look at it and they like, ugh, and they walk away. And he's like, "Yeah, don't. It's this is so stupid. It's terrible."
Yep.
And then we get our Cole Slauson here,
right?
Which is, as
I've been informed,
not that. It's not his name, but and he grabs a little tab from a different flyer, and Nate's like, "This is the guy," and he runs up and he's like, "No." Catches him, Cole Slauson, as he's at a payphone, which to our younger listeners, there used to be a time when there's phones just randomly located around the world. You could put
all around the world.
You could put a quarter in or a dime, depending on the year, and make a phone call.
Or nothing. Call collect.
If you knew the tricks, yes. Or you can call collect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, payphones.
People love it when you do that.
Yeah. Mom, come pick me up. You're getting
Will
a quick call
accept
from
the charges.
Mom, come pick me up. Yeah.
Yeah. And so Nate tries to explain to him, look, I need you to do this thing. I will give you $500
to go on a couple
and
dates.
He's like, does she have a vagina? And he's like, probably. I don't know. You have to confirm that when you can figure that out. And then she goes, is the woman you in a dress? And he's like, no, I'm different. Like, it's not that. The one thing you need to know, she's not actually pretty. And he goes, that's okay. None of my girlfriends have been pretty.
So we should be pretty clear too that Nate kind of accosted him at a payphone.
Yeah. He's a monster. Yeah.
So now we've got Nate is now in line number 2, getting wrapped up in paying someone to go on a date with June so he can hook up with Christabel.
Yeah. We got a date scenario.
Just digging this hole deeper every step of the way is Nate. That's so right. I think we're gonna break, right? Because this seems like a good moment where
we'll come back with the date. I think that sounds fun. What's
gonna happen, right? Is Cole Slauson gonna get together with June Fig and make a great picnic?
I love Cole Slauson so much.
June Fig, really? That's it. Thanks for listening. We'll be back on Thursday with part 2. But in the meantime, you can follow us on Instagram at It's This Meets That. We're iTeamTeapot on Twitter. And wherever you're listening to us right now, Spotify, Apple, Google Chrome, iHeart, whatever. I don't know.
Wherever you're on the internet, maybe you're looking on Barely Lethal and you're like,
what should I do now?
Download the episode
and just click subscribe or follow. That's it.
And while you're there, on wherever you're listening to us, you can also leave us a review. Most of them let you do reviews. We love 5 stars or whatever the maximum possible review is. If you enjoy listening to us, if you hate us, still do whatever the maximum is and make a mean comment or something. We'll take those to heart, but the stars are what counts.
Yeah. We'll look to improve based on your comment, but
right. Or I guess you could just, if you're looking to get in touch with us, we read them all the time. Send us an email. And when I say we read them, I mean, I read them. It's thismeetsthat@gmail.com. Or you can go to the website, go listen to the whole back catalog, 100-something episodes at this point.
Like seasoned veterans here. I mean,
so much content for you. I recommend if I were to recommend an episode,
go for it.
I think I would pick, what is my favorite episode?
Oh my goodness.
I thought I had one in mind, and then I was like, but what do you have one on the top of your head? Like, what's your favorite episode?
No, I wouldn't go into this right now. No.
That's stupid. No, I mean,
how do you not have an episode ready?
Well, I just figured you'd fix it in post.
Well, I got it now, don't I?
Honestly. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Give me a second. Let me scan. Since we're at that point. Oh, you know what? I think one of my favorite episodes is go back, listen to the crossover episode we did with Worth Watching Once, The Open House. Great episode. If you're trying to get into ITMT for the first time and you are like, oh, these guys, Russ and Jared, they sound kind of annoying. Just the two of them. Get something with a couple more people, and then you can ease into just listening to us. The Open House. That was a fun one. We did a lot.
Yeah, that was a fun one. I would throw out any of our Twilight Saga episodes.
The Twilight episodes I love too. Yeah.
Pretty great. New Moon, Breaking Down Part 1.
And Twilight blows.
Yeah. Hit the... And even our most recent Selfless. So those are mine. I would throw those out. So go check those out.
Okay. Yeah, just go to itsthismeetstat.com and listen to content for hours.